Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to MikeySuzeFour's continuing weekly webcam series. And of course, today is Monday, so it is Red Dwarf Mondays reviews and 2 episodes of that awesome BBC series, sci-fi comedy at its best. I'm Mikey, as you know. My wife right now is preoccupied. She does have some personal uh, medical issue that she's attending to. So my cats are still here, Moon Pie and Deja Vu. I put a message there in the chat that we do plan on starting 15 minutes early for each webcam stream just during this week because we're due to ongoing plans that we've got coming up offline. Plus, we're going out on Friday, and so we're going to have some fun Friday. And then Saturday, we've got the big live stream all set up. It's ready for 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and that is the 15-year celebration. We call it the celebration stream, and it's 15 years on that date back in 2010 when I first met my wonderful wife, Suzanne, online, and we've been a couple ever since. First time I met her. Love at first sight, even though it was online and over 3,000 miles away, right? But here we are. So we're very happy where we're at this point. So today we are reviewing the episodes called Terrorform and Quarantine. And Terrorform came out Thursday, March 5th, 1992. And Quarantine came out Thursday, March 12th, 1992. Both have very good ratings. Terrorform has an 8 out of 10 straight up, where 947 people have watched it, and over 1,100 people have watched Quarantine, which has an 8.9 out of 10. And I've seen the episodes, of course, myself, and I have to say the Terrorform is good. So it's about a straight up B, which is like a 4.0 out of 5 for me. But for Quarantine, I gave it a high A minus, which was about a 4.6 out of 5. It's very good. That episode is awesome. Okay, but not quite a straight A. I did give it an A minus, but it is one of the better episodes in season 5. So we'll get to that one presently. All right, first let's talk about Terrorform. Terrorform is where Lister, Crichton, Cat, and Holly head for an artificial moon where Rimmer has been kidnapped, only to find the artificial moon is Rimmer's mind. Cool. Okay, now the director of this was Juliet May, and of course Grant and Naylor did the writers, Rob Grant, Doug Naylor. The usual cast of characters: Chris Berry as Rimmer, Craig Charles as Lister, Danny John Jules as Cat, Hattie Hayridge as Holly, and Robert Llewellyn as Crichton. And one of the main handmaidens is played by Sarah Stockbridge. So we're going to go ahead and talk about her after we get through this first episode. Okay. Now, for the trivia, Chris Berry took a crash course in fencing to portray the Rimmer Musketeers and attended the gym frequently for months before for his chained-up half-nude scenes. The self-loathing creature was based on an unused design from Doctor Who in 1963. According to the DVD commentary, Cat's yellow and black coat is the same as the black and white one seen in Camille episode from 1991, with the white portion simply colored yellow with markers. Starbug is seen moving on its caterpillar tracks for the first time in this episode. In earlier episodes, Blue Midget had this feature, but Starbug seems more suitable for moving through swampy environments. And Craig Charles was not in the good books when, as the cast were filming in the canoe across the fiery swamp, Charles leaned over to light a cigarette on one of the flames, causing much angry shouting from the crew on the shore. Lighting director John Pomfrey affectionately nicknamed the Prince of Darkness on set, unfortunately overestimated the edge of dry land and fell into the lake, followed by two electricians and a quantity of gear. After this, Pomfrey would find a life jacket bearing his name waiting for him on the side of the generator. Okay. There are about 16 more bits of background information here from IMDb, which I'll just casually set aside. But I do have a spoiler. And the spoiler, go ahead and put your hands over your ears for just a few brief moments, and then go ahead and take it away when we're done. Chris Berry also provided the voice of the Unspeakable One in this episode. Very cool. Okay, now we'll take a look at the goofs. Okay, now incorrectly regarded as a goof, Rimmer doesn't have an H on his forehead whilst on the PSI planet, but it was established that he had solid form and was in real danger. And there's just one other one, a revealing mistake. When Crichton is making his recording in the beginning, you can see the actor's arm between the cuff of the glove and the beginning of the black part of the arm. Oh, okay. Just a quick mistake there. All right, let's take a look at the quotes. Okay, the first one is between the cat and Crichton. And the cat says, I say let's get into the jet-powered rocket pants and Junior Birdman the hell out of here. An excellent and inventive suggestion, sir, with just two tiny drawbacks. A, we don't have any jet-powered rocket pants, and B, there's no such thing as jet-powered rocket pants outside the fictional serial Robbie Rocket Pants. Well, that's put a crimp on an otherwise damn fine plan. McWright says, Sir, a couple of brief points. First, you're not a qualified service engineer, and consequently, sawing me in two will invalidate my guarantee. Secondly, I wouldn't trust you to open a can of sardines that was already open. Also, Crichton says, Crichton, personal black box recording. Time unknown. Location unknown. Cause of accident unknown. Should someone find this recording, perhaps it will shed light as to what happened here. My short-term memory has been erased. This I ascribe to the proximity of the magnetic coils from Starbug's rear engine. Secondly, due to the proximity of the magnetic coils, my short-term memory appears to have been erased. This, combined with the erasure of my short-term memory, has left me a little disoriented. Then Crichton says to Cat, I remember Mr. Rimmer screaming. I have an image of his face, twisted with fear, pain, anguish, dread, absolutely mortified. Did someone suggest that he pick up the tab for lunch? Then Rimmer says, Why are you all still looking at me like that? Like this is my fault? Do you have any idea what kind of day I've had? I've been kidnapped, stripped, oiled, manacled, licked, nibbled, chained, taunted, humiliated, and I very nearly had a round, knobbly thing the size and shape of a Mexican agave cactus. That should be agave, but that's okay. Jammed up where only customs men dared probe. All right, let me take a brief moment to rest while I go help my wife here. I'll be right back. We'll be right back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that lunch?
It is.
Okay.
I prefer to assemble it, but it's lunch.
All right. I'm in the middle of work. I started early because this week because it's everything else is going on.
Some pickle.
Okay.
That one's probably mine. Yours is the and salad.
Salad, pasta salad. Okay.
There it is. That's yours.
Separated. Okay. Some more. Got some more of those.
And the ham.
on spare change.
Oh, wow. A nickel.
Mm-hmm.
Nickel for your thoughts? Mm-hmm. And a half.
Yeah, later.
Did you want a sandwich as well? A salad?
Sure. Was I eating this now or?
Yeah, that's lunch.
Okay. Here's some.
Spending just over $10 for lunch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, save us some money.
All right, sure. You want to make sandwich? Oh, this is one of my drinks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a thing here, real quick. I wanted to start it about 15 minutes early because I know we have a lot of stuff going on. So. All right, guys and gals, welcome back. Okay. So Crichton then says, I remember Mr. Rimmer spotted an S3 planet on the scope and wanted to claim it on behalf of the Space Corps. As usual, the ceremony consisted of planting the flag and singing all 23 stanzas of the Space Corps anthem. Then the planet started to erupt around us, which frankly came as something of a relief. Then there's something between Holly and Lister. A pod has entered Red Dwarf. Holly claims a tarantula has escaped from it. I don't want to spread any panic or alarm. Lister looking shocked. What do you mean? Don't want to spread any panic or alarm? Well, you've always had to sin against tarantulas, haven't you? Tarantulas? I mean, you've never been entirely fond of them as a species, have you? Well, no. And the prospect of waking up and finding one clambering over your clammy, naked, helpless body fills you up with a kind of cold dread? Well, yeah. What are you trying to say, Holly? I'm saying it may not be your night. And then Lister to Crichton says, Crichton, you okay? I think so, sir. There's a few bits and bobs left over, but it's always the same when you do a bit of do it yourself, isn't it? That's pretty cool. Alrighty. And let's see. Besides the Red Dwarf theme by Jenna Russell and written by Howard Goodall, there is what is called KPM music. They borrowed from called Reach for the Stars, which is by Richard Harvey. So that is in this show, in this episode. Okay. Okay, now let's see. There's Brad Wolf. Hello, Brad Wolf 07. Welcome, welcome. He says, Hi, Mikey. I can't stay. I need to get some sleep. I hope you're well and your family is doing well. Have a good stream. Thank you, Brad Wolf. And thank you for the likes. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I had to start early, Brad. We got some early lunch, and this week is going to be crazy. Well, tomorrow we don't have any elevators. For some odd reason, they're doing a great, grandiose workup on both our elevators in the building, so we have nowhere to go. So my wife, who had just got back from her doctor appointment and brought some lunch, is is good. She's doing good. So, but we're going to be busy all week, and then we got Friday. We're going to go enjoy. It's our last day of the month, and we go and have a nice lunch and in this case a brunch, and then we go see a movie. And we're going to go see Stephen King's The Monkey. Looks really good. Yeah, we're both big Stephen King fans, so yeah, looks like a lot of fun. So anyway, this week we might be starting either at least 15 minutes early. I think right around 12:45 is probably a good time just for this week. But then the next time we do this, it should be 1 o'clock straight up the way we do it always. So yeah. So my impressions of this episode was it was okay. Wasn't the greatest. But I did, like I said, I gave it a straight up B because the fact that you're seeing Chris Berry almost half naked, but he's like chained up and everything going on. But then you realize towards the end that it is his mind that's been warped, and this planet, for whatever reason that he landed on, manipulated his mind, turned it into an entire mess. Yeah, of his inner thoughts and things like that. Damn hologram. Anyway, yeah, it was crazy shit. I'll say it one time, shit. It was crazy shit, but otherwise, it was a decent episode. Now the next one we're doing, well, we'll be talking about quarantine. Now that was a great episode. That one, like I said, I gave it an A minus, like about a 4.6 out of 5. It was pretty good, really good. Not as great as Backwards or a few others I know that are coming up soon that I really like a lot. But this was pretty close. This was good for season 5. Oh yeah, and let's talk about um, the lady who was the handmaiden in the episode. Sorry about that. I almost forgot. Sarah Stockbridge. Okay. And let's see. Here we go. All right. Sarah Stockbridge is still actress, writer, and composer. She was born in 1965. Oh, awesome. She's the same age as me. That is cool. She lives in London where she writes drama, sci fi, and thrillers featuring independent thinkers navigating unusual realities. That's pretty cool. She grew up around the world, always the new girl at school, which made her adaptable, self-reliant, and inwardly socially awkward, which is the thread that runs through her protagonists as they deal with circumstances beyond their control. Before screenwriting, she was Vivienne Westwood's favorite 80s model and muse, worked as an actor, and wrote 2 brick and mortar published historical fiction books. Cool. She is known for Enter the Void, which is a movie in 2009. She played Susie in that. She was in Interview with the Vampire with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt and Kirsten Dunst. She was Estelle in that one in 1994. And then she did a couple TV series. One is called Lucy Sullivan is Getting Married, which ran from 1999 to 2000. I'm assuming these are British series. She worked as character of Megan in 16 episodes. And then in 2001, there's a TV series called 2000 Acres of Sky, and she did one episode as the character of Jackie. And previously, according to the background information, the last short or movie she worked on was presenter as a presenter in The Cake Hole was a short in 2014. So that was Sarah Stockbridge. That's so cool. Okay. Uh, yes. Okay, now let's go to the next episode, which is Quarantine. And in this episode, at a research complex on an ice planet, the crew find the hologram of Dr. Landstrom, who has been infected with the hollow virus that turned her mad. Back on the Red Dwarf, the crew are subjected to quarantine by Rimmer, who's also been infected. Cool. It's a very high episode. Thank you, my beloved life. Okay, so let's take a look at this. The directors were Rob Grant and Doug Naylor, of course, also the writers of the series. Usual cast of characters. And when we're done with this episode information, Maggie Steed, who played Dr. Hildegard Landstrom. I love that first name, Hildegard. We will examine her career. So let's go ahead and take a look at the trivia. Okay. It says it took 57 minutes to film the 3-minute scene with Kat, Lister, and Crichton arguing in the quarantine bay. The cast kept getting their lines wrong and breaking up with laughter. This worried the producers as they only had the studio booked for 2.5 hours. The Mr. Flibble hand puppet was originally made as a temporary prop for rehearsals only. Several dozen other hand puppets were bought from charity shops, but none were deemed to be amusing enough. In the end, the temporary prop was used for filming. Now, it is said that Chris Berry, who played Rimmer, only agreed to wear the gingham dress if the other cast members would wear one too, as they appear at the end in the dresses to entertain Rimmer while he's in quarantine. The original idea was to have each of the crew infected with psi powers, but that was later changed to the positive viruses story. Now, this is the first and only episode to contain Mr. Flibble, the insane hologrammatic penguin glove puppet. However, the puppet appeared extensively in the Red Dwarf magazine and became a Red Dwarf icon. Now, Mr. Flibble now is the official interviewer on the official Red Dwarf website, along with Talkie Toaster. He has also become a toy glove puppet, sold in numerous places. This episode also contains the first and only mention of the King of the Potato People, who would also go on to be in the Red Dwarfs magazine. Cool. And there are only 5 more bits, so we'll go ahead and read those real quick. Time constraints, coupled with the fact that it was pitched as the cheap show, meant that the script wasn't developed as well as Rob Grant and Doug Naylor had hoped. It was the cheap show so that the others were affordable. Here's a few scenes that were cut from the episode. Further examples of Rimmer's powerlessness in command as he orders Launch Scouter and the others ignore him, and when Holly gives a copy of the Space Corps Directives book after Rimmer complains that they are not good for him. More Rimmer ranting and pretending not to hear the others calling for backup. Further lunacy and foreboding riddles from Dr. Landstrom, which they include the man at the bottom of the stairs who wasn't there, and how the wise man dies like the fool. When under the influence of the luck virus, Lister finds his grandmother's wedding ring, which he has lost the year previously, behind his ear. Extended dialogue when the dwarfers are running from the insane Rimmer, talking about how they are going to deal with him. Crichton reminds them that the hollow virus has given Rimmer telepathic powers, and so Lister says they need to think of a plan without thinking of one. The Space Corps directives were first established in this episode, although they had previously been referred to a few times as acts and articles of the Space Corps. Rimmer is furnished with a copy of the Space Corps' directives book to study in this episode, and this would set up the running joke for later episodes that would see Rimmer frequently quote them very wrongly. Maggie Steed agreed to wear a prosthetic face mask to appear as the dying hologrammatic Dr. Landstrom. And finally, Crichton, played by Robert Llewellyn, says that Frankenstein was the creator, not the monster. It is the first time that Danny John Jules playing Cat has been told this, using these exact words. The second time was by D.I. Humphrey Goodman, Chris Marshall, in episode 4, season 6, The Perfect Murder, 2015, of a series called Death in Paradise, which came out in 2011. Okay. Now we got some goofs. Okay. The first one is a revealing mistake, and there is only one. So that's so cool. All right. So a smudge of brown makeup appears on Crichton's forehead moments after the cat aggressively presses his forehead against his during an argument in the quarantine suite. Okay. Let's see if we have anybody else here in the chat. Hello. Welcome, Gorilla Censored Thoughts. Welcome, Kapwa. Hey. Good to see you, friend. Good to see you. Yeah, we started a little bit early, Gorilla. We got a lot of other things going on, so we only started about 15 minutes early. I'm just going right now into quotes for the second episode. But But tomorrow, of course, we'll be talking about TOS, the next TOS episode. I'll figure out which one that is. Oh, yes, I know what that is. We're doing a special 2-episode background information on the Menagerie, part 1 and part 2. Right. We're doing that tomorrow. Yeah. So that's going to be from season 1. Yeah, that should be good. So, yeah, the Menagerie. That'd be great. Yeah. Okay, so that's tomorrow. All right, so in this, let's see. Yeah, we had the one trivia or goof. Now we'll take a look at the quotes. Okay, so the cat says to Crichton, It won't be the waste disposal, Frankenstein. This time I'm gonna unscrew your neck bolts and microwave your head. Frankenstein was the creator, not the monster. It's a common misconception, sir, held by all truly stupid people. And then there's a play here between Rimmer and Lister. So Rimmer says first, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's crazy people. Well, we've passed the test, Rimmer. You can let us out. I can't let you out. Why not? Because the king of the potato people won't let me. I begged him. I got down on my knees and wept. He wants to keep you here. Keep you here for 10 years. Could we see him? See who? The king. The king. Do you have a magic carpet? Yeah, a little 3-seater. So let me get this straight. You want to fly on a magic carpet to see the king of the potato people and plead with him for your freedom, and you're telling me you're completely sane? And then Rimmer says, Mr. Flibble's very cross. You shouldn't have run away from him. What are we going to do with them, Mr. Flibble? Mr. Flibble, a penguin glove puppet on Rimmer's hand, whispers in Rimmer's ear. Rimmer looks shocked. Oh, we couldn't possibly do that. We'd clear up the mess. And then Lister and Crichton, so, Crichton, man, are you okay? I have a medium-sized fire, sir, axe buried in my spinal column. That sort of thing can really put a crimp on your day. And then Hildegard Landstrom to Rimmer says over the radio, I have a riddle for you. What's dead and dead and dead all over? Give in, Dr. Fruit Loop. Tell me. You! The radio blows up. Well, we know what to get you for Christmas. A double lobotomy and 10 rolls of rubber wallpaper. Then Crichton and Lister. Sir, it's a scientific fact. The human male needs to spend time by himself. It is. Mm-hmm. The most popular pastimes have always been ones that males can enjoy alone. Angling, golf, and of course, the all-time number one. And Lister says to the cat, why is it we never meet anyone nice? Well, why is it we never meet anyone who could shoot straight? And then Lister and Crichton, so I'm just saying there's 79 more days to go. And if you still want to be alive, sir, when there's only 78 more days to go, I suggest you do not blow your nose. Do you mind if I ask why? Well, let's forego the noise and the revolting burbling sound and go straight to the really gross part when you always, and I mean always, having blown your nose, have to open up the handkerchief, take a look at the contents. I mean, why? What do you expect to see in there? A Turner seascape, perhaps? The face of the Madonna? An undiscovered Shakespearean sonnet? And Rimmer has put the guys in a small room for 3 months quarantine. What about entertainment? You are obliged to provide us with minimum leisure facilities, games, literature, hobby activities, motion pictures, and with great smugness. And in accordance with Space Corps Directive 312, you'll find in the storage cupboard over there a chess set with 31 missing pieces, a knitting magazine with a pull-out special on crocheted hats, a puzzle magazine with all the crosswords completed, and a video of the excellent cinematic treat wallpapering, painting, and stippling, a DIY guide. And then Lister, Crichton, and the cat. So Lister says, exploring a crashed starship, Lister cleans a dirty sign revealing viral research department. Oh, brutal. And then Crichton, Lister cleans off more dust from the sign revealing most gross danger, and biosuits must be worn at all times. A triangular warning symbol shows a man vomiting while his abdomen explodes. Lister and Cat panic, covering their mouths with handkerchiefs. There's no need for alarm, sir. If there were any dangerous viral strains in the atmosphere, the psi scan would have picked them up by now. Crichton looks at the device, waits, hits it on the side, and then shakes it. It's never done that before. He turns his back to Lister and Cat continues shaking and hitting the device. Stupid, cheap, damn stupid Martian power packs. Does a dead battery over his shoulder and inserts a new one. So the cat's panicking, going, "So what's the news?" "Well, if I could just beg your indulgence for a few seconds more, sir. The old 345 takes a little time to warm up." Shakes it some more. Still, it outperforms the 346 in 8 out of 9 bench test. A small wonder then that it secured size scan of the year, best budget model 3 years running. Ah, now here are the results. Yep, and we're going to live. We're a real Mickey Mouse operation, aren't we? Mickey Mouse? We ain't even Betty Boop. And Rimmer says to Lister and the cat, he's gone mad due to the holovirus. I think that warrants 2 hours of WOO. What's WOO? You had to ask. Without oxygen. No oxygen for 2 hours. That'll teach you to be bread baskets. And Rimmer has sealed the rest of the crew in quarantine for 3 months and is taking great delight in psychologically torturing them by providing only minimal leisure facilities. Now, Mustachiruni, I've got to go and prepare your daily musical entertainment. I think you'll like it. It's a perpetually looped tape of Reggie Dixon's tango treats. And then Rimmer says, I was just doing a little test to see if you'd all gone crazy. So it makes a demented honky noise. But there's one thing I can't stand, it's crazy people. Then he says to Lister, is something amiss? Amiss? God, no. What could possibly be amiss? Well, you don't think there's anything amiss? I'm sitting here wearing a red and white checked gingham dress and army boots, and you think that's unamiss? And Mr. Flipple says, as Mr. Flipple, game over, boys. And then Rimmer says, they've been naughty boys, haven't they, Mr. Flipple? Yes. And what happens to naughty boys who've been naughty, Mr. Flipple? Uncle Arnie fries them alive with his hex vision. That's right, Mr. Flibble. And then Crichton is saying, 2 1/2 badgers, please. No, I'll eat them here. What? Dingling. Ah, that's better. Maybe now I can win self-determination for the South Moldavian people. Ah, I think I'm okay now. And then Rimmer says, your conversation makes interesting listening. Rimmer, is that you? Oh, yes. How long have you been listening? Well, 2, maybe 3 hours. Well, no one's got any disease, man. We're clean. You have to rescreen us, sir, as per Directive 699. No one's got any virus and no one's smegging nuts. Well, that's good. And then Dr. Hildegard says, hello, my name is Dr. Hildegard Landstrom, and I am quite mad. Are you really? How absolutely splendid. And then Rimmer says, wait a minute. I'm in charge of security and surveillance aboard this vessel. I, Mr. Crichton, am the one who says launch scouter. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to steal your thunder. Launch scouter. Launch scouter. I'll be in the stern, correlating the air in the stern. And Rimmer says, this vessel, gentlemen, and Kazi droids, the crimson short one up there, can only sustain 1 hologram. Or had you forgotten? You hadn't forgotten? Look, we'll work something out. Some kind of timeshare thing. What do you think I am, a holiday villa in the Algarve? Welcome to quarantine, lads. I hope the next 84 days pass as swiftly and as pleasantly as the 100 Years' War. Rimmer was right about you. You have changed. You're getting tetchy. Oh, no, sir, no. Now, don't call me tetchy. You know what happens when you call me tetchy. Well, I'm calling you it now. It's exactly what I'm calling you. Tetchy. Rimmer says, I have no intention of catching the hologram equivalent of foaming dog fever. And Crichton says, I think it's going to be okay, sir. He's going to be okay. The luck virus must have worn off. And then Crichton, Lister, and the cat. So Crichton says, um, 12 weeks. I have a deep, dark sense of foreboding about this. Oh, come on. We'll get through it. This is single quarters, one chair, one bed, one shower. We'll manage. Sir, it is a scientific fact that the human male needs to spend time by himself. Is it? Most of the popular pastimes have always been ones males can enjoy alone. Angling, golf, and of course the all-time number one. It's not just humans. Look what happens when two male tigers are locked up together. One of them ends up on the other guy's toothpick. Lions, tigers, scorpions, rats, even vultures when they're in captivity. What are you saying to me, Crichton? Vultures need personal space? They need time alone to put their feet up and read What Carcass magazine. Sir, I think you're downplaying the gravity of the situation. Look, what difference does it make? We hang together most of the time anyway. Yeah, but we all knew we could stroll out the door at any time. Not now, though. And finally, Lister, Crichton, Cat. So Lister says, anything? Oh, quite extraordinary, sir. Langstrom postulated that there were two kinds of viruses, positive and negative. The negative we already know about. Yeah, like flu, rabies, that kind of stuff. Yeah, but she also believed there were positive viral strains designed to make human beings feel better, such as, well, at a very basic level, she predicted a kind of reverse flu, a viral strain which promotes an unaccountable feeling of well being and happiness. Well, that's happened to me. My life's been turned to complete and utter crud, and I've woken up in the morning feeling good for no apparent reason. The chances are, sir, that on those occasions you had unwittingly contracted Langstrom's virus. According to her notes, 20th century DJs suffered from it all the time. So what's in the tubes? Langstrom claims to have isolated several strains of positive virus: inspiration, charisma, sexual magnetism. Sexual magnetism's a virus? Then get me to a hospital. I'm a terminal case. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. And of course, the Red Dwarf theme, as always. And let's see. On this one, they did move to the Kempton Park pumping station for interiors and Dr. Landstrom's laboratory, which is located in Middlesex, England, in the UK. Very cool. So yes, I gave it an A minus, about a 4.6 out of 5 stars. So very cool. And we got 3 likes. Yay. Thank you. Thank you. We still have one person watching. So very awesome. Thank you. Okay. So before we get to our prayer and to finish up today, I want to go ahead and let you know that we're going to go here and just let you folks know what we got planned for tomorrow. 2 special episodes from season 1 of the original series of Star Trek. And those, of course, is season 1, episode 11 and 12. That's the 2-parter of the Menagerie, part 1 and part 2. These came out Thursday, November 17th, 1966, and November 24th on Thanksgiving Eve of 1966. And both received a straight up B. I gave them a B plus because I think they're great episodes. But 5.2, so about over 5,200 people gave the part 1 a 8.2 out of 10, and over 4,900 people gave the second part an 8.1 out of 10. So pretty similar, pretty close. I give them both a B plus grade, but that'll be for tomorrow. We're going to do those 2 special episodes. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to check. Hold on just a sec. I'm so sorry I'd forgotten this because I like to be thorough. All right, so let's see. Okay. Yeah, so next week for Red Dwarf, we will cover episodes 5 and 6 of season 5. One episode is called Demons and Angels, and the other one is called Back to Reality. Now, that Back to Reality, for me, that is a straight up A because it was so hilarious. And you guys, wait till we tell you about it next week. It is insane. Could explain a lot of things, but they're still on Red Dwarf, so it's really weird. Okay, so in Quarantine, the lady we're going to just take a brief look at who played Dr. Hildegard Langstrom was Maggie Steed. Okay. Now, according to this, Maggie Steed is still alive. She was born December 1st, 1946, in Plymouth, Devon, in England. So when she reaches December 1st this year, she'll be turning the ripe old age of 79. And December 1st is also the 5th birthday of our wonderful younger fur baby daughter, Deja Vu. So that's cool. Margaret Steed shares a birthday with our cat. That's awesome. Okay. Maggie Steed studied drama with the Old Vic Theatre School in Bristol, graduating in the late 1960s. However, her first professional engagements were as an assistant stage manager, working behind the scenes in a somewhat lowly capacity because she says she was not considered conventionally pretty enough to be an actress. She does, however, recall that the eccentric English puppeteer, Harry Corbett, praised her for assisting him with his creation, Sooty the Bear. Now, according to this, uh, she's known for a movie in 2006 called The Painted Veil, which is she played Mrs. Garston. She was in one of the Transformer films, Transformers: The Last Night, back in 2017. She played Vivian's grandmom. Then in 2016, she was in a movie called A Cure for Wellness, and she played Mrs. Abramov. Yeah, Abramov. And then she was in that movie that Heath Ledger, um, after he passed away, The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. She played an LV woman in that in 2009. So that's so cool. And she does have one upcoming movie called Beneath. She plays Gillian Rafter, and right now that movie's in post production. Before that, in 2025, this year, she's in a TV series called Silent Witness, and she plays Harriet. She's done 10 episodes of that so far. So that is so cool. So that is Maggie Steed. Alrighty. Okay. And Jay Aldrich says, Howdy. I'm just so proud to be here. Well, welcome, Jay Aldrich. Brother Jay. um, he had to change my doctor's appointment to Wednesday. It's just me here. I'm sad for that. Aw, I know. It's okay, Jay. It's okay. Well, we do have 4 likes. So that is cool. Okay. So once again, tomorrow we will discuss the Menagerie Part 1 and 2 from Season 1 of TOS. That'll be fun tomorrow. And also, don't forget, we have 2 episodes Wednesday for The Greatest American Hero, as well as 2 more episodes for A-Team. We're almost done with Greatest American Hero, and when we get done, the following week we'll start with Get Smart. We'll start with the black and white first season. And the first episode and second episode, we'll do the first 2. And of course, the first episode features Michael Dunn, who played Alexander, in the one of the TOS episodes. He was also Dr. Miguelito Loveless in the Wild Wild West series. So, yes, lots of fun. Oh no, honey, Roberta Flack died. Jay just said it. Killing Me Softly with his song. Roberta Flack. Okay. Wow. So, rest in peace, Roberta Flack. Yeah, great song. Okay. I got to get ready here to eat some lunch. So before I do, let's do a quick prayer. So, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, thank you for social media. For right now, 88 years old. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. That's very sad. But she lived a good life. So rest in peace, Roberta Flack, and condolences to all of her family and prayers. Thank you. Dear Lord, please watch over all of us, everybody that we know in our group. We have 241 subscribers who are considered more than subscribers. They are community and family, and we all pray for everybody and for each other. We hope that we can all do well in our future dates. Suzanne um, needed to get some blood work. She needs to also get her knees looked at still. So we're all praying for that goes well. We pray for our brother Larry, who's planning his big trip from California to Illinois, and hopefully he'll be safe throughout the entire trip. But please, I also hope that he doesn't have any maladies happen to him or any tragedies on the road. So um, prayers go up for himself, his wife, Ronnie, who may go with them, Ronnie's World. Let's just hope they'll all be okay. Also, we pray for Jay and Renee that they continue to have great lives. Our friend Jason and Nikki, who partners or who also have good lives, and we do pray for everybody in our group, as I said. And Jason, see you next time. Oh, and please remember Emily and Kevin from Just Some Reactions. Okay, so prayers for Emily and Kevin from Just Some. Very good. Okay, so pray for all of them, Lord, from your Father, our Father in heaven, our His blessed Son Jesus Christ, our Blessed Virgin Mary, the Holy Spirit, and of course our patron saints, Saint Suzanne and Saint Michael the Archangel, defender of heaven, and who sent the evil one to hell. Uh, please pray for all of us, as we always ask, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, in God's name. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. And so that's our red dwarf. And Jay says, hello, darling. He just saw you in there. Yeah, so yeah. Oh, and the Pope. Yes. We're praying for Pope Francis. Yes. Yeah, he's not doing well. And he's 88 years old. So he could go too, Jay. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen some of the candidates that may replace him when he does pass on, when God takes him. Doesn't look promising. No. And according to scripture, this is supposed to be, and predictions in Revelations, Pope Francis is supposed to be the last great pope on earth with mankind and the Catholic Church. After that, all bets are off. So we'll see what happens with that too. So I want to be Pope. Yeah, sure you do, Jay. So would I. But I don't get that. I don't get that luxury. But anyway, okay. So like I said, we got the the menagerie tomorrow for TOS, and we got everything else for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. President. Yeah, sure, Jay. Well, maybe in 4 years, we'll see. When Trump is gone, you can take over. Anyway, um, I want to say thank you, everyone that came today. Brother Jay Aldridge, Brad Wolf 07, and of course, Gorilla Censored Thoughts, and of course, my beautiful wife, Suzanne, who always oversees the chat. So thank you, my beautiful wife, Suzanne. And thank you, everyone, again for being here. And of course, God bless everyone that's here in the chat. Yeah, you want to ride an Air Force One. So do a lot of people, Jay. But I got to eat. I'm hungry, Jay. Come on. I got to eat something. Anyway, take care, everyone. And as I always like to say, with Gene Siskel, rest in peace from the Chicago Tribune, who was better than the Fat Man, The aisle's now closed. So make sure everyone takes care of themselves this week. Get ready because Lenten season, this is just for the Catholics and Christians. Lenten season starts on Wednesday, March 5th. That is Ash Wednesday. And the thing that Suzanne and I are giving up is chocolate. We did that last year and we figure we can do that again. So, and we succeeded. We really did. So we're going to give up chocolate for this year, for Lenten season. It lasts from March 5th all the way to April 21st is Lenten season and Easter. And yeah, so it should be cool. Yeah, let's do a barrel roll. Yeah, you go ahead and do a barrel roll, brother. Anyway, yeah, keep safe out there. Remember, God bless America, God bless Canada, God bless the whole freaking world, and of course, peace from MikeySuzeFour. And again, thank you, Jay. Thank you, Gorilla, and thank you, Brad, for being here. And of course, my beautiful wife. So take care, everyone. We'll see you next time tomorrow for TOS when we do the two-part menagerie. Yeehaw! Yep, 4 people in the chat. Yeah, well, 3. I see 3. But 4 likes. So thank you, thank you. Oh, and by the way, one last thing. Please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share it. And also, don't forget, when you do subscribe, make sure you hit the all notifications bell. Ding, ding, ding. So you can be advised of future webcams like this and future live streams that'll be coming up. Because we do have the one coming up on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, yes. We have 241 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Come on. This is a great channel. Go and subscribe. We only need 9 more. And then when we reach 250, which is our next goal, we're going to have a live stream to celebrate all 250 of our community members that are also subscribers. We plan on doing that. So, talk to somebody who hasn't subscribed to our channel yet. Make sure they do so we can get to 250. So please help us all out. Yeehaw. Right. Okay. So take care, everyone. Peace from MikeySuzeFour. We'll see you tomorrow for TOS review.